Hello, my name is Olivia London, and my visual essay is on the notorious graphic designer and artist Cipe Pineles. In this presentation, I will be discussing her biography and 60 years of accomplishments in her industry and how both of these contributed to her pioneering as a woman in the 20th century. Cipe Pineles was born in Vienna, Austria, as the fourth of 5 children. She spent most of her childhood in Poland watching over her sick father. At the age of 13, she, along with her mother and sisters, immigrated to the United States. She would go on to attend Bay Ridge High School in Brooklyn, New York, and win a scholarship to the Pratt Institute, where she would study art from 1927 to 1931. She would continue her education at the Louis Comfort Tiffany Foundation in 1930. Trying to start her career after college was very difficult for Pineles, as it had just marked the end of the Great Depression. With this being said, she held multiple jobs before starting her career, including teaching watercolor at the Newark Public School of Fine and Industrial Art, and worked at a summer camp resort where she would create artwork for brochures and mailings. Pineles was married to graphic designer Will Golden from 1939 until his death in 1959, and had one son with him. She would remarry to another graphic designer named Will Burton in 1961 until his death in 1972, and they shared one daughter. Her career blossomed at the age of 23 when she became the assistant art director at Condé Nast Publications. Her superior granted her a great amount of creative freedom, allowing her to hone in on her skill set. She was able to test ideas with photography and layout, giving her a foundation that she would use for the rest of her career. She then became the art director for Glamour, where her career would take off. Throughout her professional career, she would be the art director for Vogue, Overseas Woman, 17, Charm, which was often referred to as the magazine for women who work, and Mademoiselle magazines. It was through these positions that she was able to become notorious for her modernist style and use of illustration, image, and type. Pineles also commissioned several artists throughout her career, including Andy Warhol. Pineles was the first female director at many of these magazines. After her role at these magazines, she would join the faculty at Parsons School of Design in 1963 and become its director of publication design. She would also take on positions at Cooper Union for the Advancement of Science and Art in 1977 and would be on the visiting committee at Harvard Graduate School of Design. Pineles was the first female member of the Art Directors Club in New York in 1943 and was the first woman to be inducted into the Art Directors Club Hall of Fame in 1975. She won several awards such as the Herb Lubeline Award in 1984 and the AIGA Award in 1996. Pineles' work illustrates a personal, historical, and cultural perspective through portraying her female subjects in a different way than her male counterparts had done previously. She was a feminist and wanted her female readers to see women who were shown to be thoughtful and serious rather than driven to find a husband. When asked about her role in revolutionizing this industry, she said, quote, "We tried to make the prosaic attractive without using the tired cliches of false glamour. You might say we tried to convey the attractiveness of reality as opposed to the glitter of a never-never land. Doing this allowed women to rethink their roles in society and take on more active roles in artistic industries." Along with her successful career, she also wrote and sketched Leave Me Alone with Recipes, a cookbook that featured Eastern European Jewish recipes that were passed down from her mother, who was illustrated several times throughout the book. Pineles passed away before seeing the publication of the book in 2017. The publication not only illustrates the hand-lettered and hand-painted recipes, but also features essays about her life. The goal of this book was to, quote, "tell her story, show her artwork, and emphasize the food." The work I chose to riff was a 17 magazine cover. I chose to change this cover and relate it to Texas Tech University. I decided to have the main text centered at the top with smaller text of Lubbock, Texas on the bottom right of the larger text. To further her ideals of feminism, I actively chose to have a female subject in the bottom left-hand corner with the quote, "From here it's possible," overlapping her. Similar to Pineles' design, I attempted a collage that would be appropriate to the subject matter. Here, the collage represents aspects of Texas Tech, such as books, graduation memorabilia, and the red tulips that can be seen around campus. Riffing Pineles' work gave me great insight into how structure of typography and images allows a work of graphic design to come together. Cipe Pineles paved the way for 20th century women to be taken seriously in the graphic design and art industries. Her revolutionary designs and female perspective allowed women to rethink their roles in society. Her work is still shown as an example of combining typography with illustrations and images to convey messages. Pineles has transformed the way artists use these elements and is seen as an inspiration today. The opportunity to riff one of her pieces of art truly opened my eyes to the strategies she had when designing these covers and gave me a lot of respect for her work. I have cited the sources I used to gather this information on this slide. Thank you.